What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Ask E Everything. I want to start by thanking everyone for tuning in today. Hope you're enjoying a safe and happy and wonderful Memorial Day weekend so far. Hope it's off to a good start. Wanted to check in here back from the natural setting. Just really been enjoying a beautiful day here today. Lots of sun, and now just taking a little walk out in nature here. Up in the treehouse a little bit, checking out the sun starting to set over the mountains. The question today is, what is the best advice regarding YouTube that you've received so far as you've started your journey? This came up in a conversation yesterday. I was talking to a family member, and they were kind of inquiring about my process and how it's going, getting started so far. And they said, well, have you sought out any advice? And I said, yes. I've actually been doing a lot of research and, watching a lot of great YouTube videos by other creators. And, they said, well, what's the best advice that you've gotten so far? Now, I'm a very new creator, very new YouTuber. I have not been doing this for that long. But I did do a bunch of research, as I'm sure most of you did when you got started. I'm not sure when all of you started your channels, but there is just an abundance of great, resourceful, informative information out there from a lot of great creators. A lot of folks spending the majority of their time, really their entire channels, dedicated to helping those that aren't quite up and running kind of get up and running. And as you know, if you're watching this, you've probably already sought out a lot of that information. But I wanted to share this video because I am very new to this, and it's something I never really thought I would be doing. And now that I've gotten it started, I've found definitely a lot of great celebration in it, but also obviously some hardships and things, getting it kicked off. And so anyway, I'm going to get right to the answer today for this question. Of all of the things that I've learned so far when I've watched these countless number of videos, I think the best advice that I've received for me personally so far is to be consistent and persistent. And I've watched a lot of different things, and depending on what channel you guys are kind of working on, some other advice tips may be more important to you, especially the ones regarding thumbnails and kind of direction and all of the kind of ways that you can enhance your video. But since my videos are a little more straightforward and I kind of go with the classic thumbnail all the time, for me, I was looking for information that would be more motivational and inspirational as far as how I can stay in the game and just kind of get at it and just eventually let the hard work pay off. And the most impressive, simple facts that I kept hearing from a lot of the different folks in their videos was, you got to stay consistent. You got to post consistently. And along with that consistency, I think, is also that word persistent, because it really is important to just love what you're doing and stay on it and stay at it. So, I'm a big believer that, like, the most important, part of getting something done is showing up. And when I first posted my first video and just kind of watched it back, I thought to myself, like a lot of you probably did, I don't know that anyone's ever going to see this. I got 1 subscriber a couple days into my channel, and then I went about 16 or 17 days until just within the past 48 hours getting my 2nd subscriber. I want to take a moment to thank that subscriber, whoever they are out there. You officially helped me double my subscriber count, and that is really awesome. I will always remember that moment. And as I go forward, now I'm on a quest to keep doubling, so I'm looking for 2 more to hit the 4 mark, and then from there to go onward and upward. But like I said, I started to watch my videos back and thought to myself, I don't know that anyone's ever going to watch this. I feel like so many creators, if not all of them, went through that moment. So what I did is I just said, well, make another one. And so, 2 days later, I made another one. 2 days later, I made another one. And finally, I had like 3 or 4 posted. And I started to feel like, wow, I actually am starting to get some kind of identity here for my channel. My confidence was building a little bit. I started to get a little bit more settled in as far as being in front of the camera and all of that. And even though my original idea for the channel as far as the format goes for the videos, which I do hope to return to at some point, even though I'm not able to actually do that right now because I just don't have enough comments and enough subscribers and enough viewers at this time, I think I was a little ambitious with that, kind of trying to lay that out before I even actually had that audience. But even though I cannot do that on a daily basis, I decided to just start to put some content out there that would be, indicative of the kind of things I do want to do on this channel. And so every time I would film a video and upload it, I'd have this real, kind of like mini rush, this sense of confidence and sense of accomplishment, and really just this sense of excitement, thinking to myself, look, I put a little more content out there now, and at some point, one of these videos is going to be seen by someone, hopefully, by many people, and it's just about having it out there. I think one of the best pieces of advice in one of the videos that I did watch was kind of like, look, if you post one video to YouTube, you have one more video than the majority of people that exist on the planet. Even though there are a lot of creators, he's like, you still have one more chance than your average person to be heard by the masses because you put yourself out there. And so, again, I think it's really just about showing up, and it's about, being persistent as well. Picking something that you're passionate about, that you can actually, step up to every single time you're ready to do it and really care about it. Mine happens to be pretty simple. I don't edit my videos. They're all done in one take. So there's not a lot of work that goes on behind the camera as far as, sitting at a computer and, putting up on a polished product. But I do spend a fair amount of time thinking about all these concepts that I do discuss, and just really kind of pondering all these things and figuring out a way that I can not only provide an answer for you, but how I can actually provide an answer that ends up going on to be motivating and inspirational at the same time. Anyway, I just want to share that comment with others out there. I don't know that anyone's going to be seeking this out as a YouTube help video, but if you do at any point and you did want to know my opinion, to answer a big question, what do you think is the best advice that you can give to someone who's just starting out and who's really kind of grinding and looking to grow? I think it's being consistent and persistent. And I hope that helps anyone out there that's kind of in just this little spot thinking like, oh my gosh. And I think a lot of the advice that is with regard to kind of the thumbnails and the more of the creative process and the gaining subscribers and all the kind of details and settings and all that is very helpful. But I do believe that a lot of that is going to come more into play as you get a little bit of an audience. I'm not sure about this because I don't have a huge audience myself, but I do believe that those will be things that are more, kind of appropriate to work on, for me at least, as this thing develops. For right now, it's obviously about gaining that audience, and I do hope to get some more subscribers, and I hope if you are watching it that you will subscribe for me and turn on the notifications. It would be really awesome to get growing in that way. But I think no matter what, whether no one ever watches again or I end up with 1 million subscribers someday, it's going to matter to me that I'm showing up and that I'm caring about what I'm doing when I am doing it. So I hope that helps. There's nothing really profound about it, but I think sometimes the simple lessons in life really are the ones that are the most important. And this doesn't just apply to creating on YouTube. It can apply to any facet of your life. Not even just to your career where you have to show up to your job, or to your household where you have to show up to the role that you play in your family dynamic every day, but really to anything else in life that you're looking to pursue. You got to show up, and you got to be caring about what you are doing regardless of what it is. But in this sense, or in this case, when you have the choice to choose what you want to care about and what you want to try to get out there to the people, really the choice is yours. So just choose wisely, and let's continue to show up, and I hope we can grow together. In the meantime, if you do have any questions at all, please send them in. I'm really looking to gain some questions from viewers. Any question, there's no bad question. The only dumb question, as far as I said, in my eyes, is the one that goes unanswered. So if you can ask it, I'm here to answer it. Hope in the meantime you'll be safe. We'll see you soon. Be courteous to one another. Be curious. Let's ask the questions, think about them, and answer them. And we'll see you soon.